Hello everyone, I'm Nuda the Second and today we are here for round number 2 of Ultimate League Season 12 on the Sim series here. As you can see here, I'm looking at the standings after round 1. As you can see, Voodoo got the win, he's obviously leading the way here in the standings. As Nandi got second, so he's second as well, and then Anti completes the podium. And then Grady got the fastest lap point, so he's up there also in P4. And then with the surprising P5, it's Rams up there, then also I Stole These Words in P7, and Andrew's also finishing in the top 10, really amazing results from those guys. And then also Sobel and Jruni with really being the major upsets here. And then looking at the team standings, you got NTH leading the way with 42 points, then FLF just in second place with 3 points less. And then we got British Aerial Racing in 4th place, coming to their home race here in 3rd. Then you got also LSA just 1 point behind there. So yeah, we got also Mayhem P5 with SCP and FCR just separated by 6 points. Then Lynx Racing only P8 with RMC down in last place, going to probably improve that as they go into their home race. Alright, without any further ado, we are going straight up to qualifying. You see now the drivers are now getting ready and here we go, there you go, we are starting qualifying here. As you can see now, it's Nutty leading the way with Corvid right there, up there, really amazing start there. As you see also, I Saw These Words in P4, with Rams and Kado also up there. So there you go, those two guys, and yeah, it's now Rams with a really amazing start there. There he goes, also Anti trying to put himself part at the front. Can he do it there? As you can see, he keeps the inside line pretty well, but there he goes, it's Nutty now maybe. No, actually, yeah, I cannot forget that the drivers who start more at the front have the big disadvantage of the first lap being slow, as the start of that lap is often slow there because of the grid slots. So there he goes, it's Nutty who's leading the way, but he should certainly improve his lap as he's now only P15. So if the rain would come in right now, he would really be screwed up there, but there he goes now. Ooh, there he goes with 24 and 80 Scorpion now on the provisional pole, and Kado with an amazing 4th place there. As we see Anti, then Rams in P9, then we see here it's Sobel and Anti as well. A little bit side by side, but there goes Sobel, who only finished P16 in the first race. Certainly trying to improve this time, as that really screwed up the team's standings, as they're only P4 because of that. Yeah, you can see now Sobel improving his lap, but it's still 3rd place. Corvid, I think he had a really amazing lap there, only sub 24 so far. As in the meantime, Wood is only P14, oh my god, that's a really major upset there. He really needs to improve, as we see also Pamushus who took pole position, only P15 here. And the big thing here is that there's a position multiplier, it seems, when it comes to the AI, and the lower they position in the race, the slower they'll be, so they might really get screwed up here in this qualifying. So yeah, as you can see now, the LSA is leading 1-2 in this race, but in qualifying they are 2nd and 3rd, and that's what really matters. You can see now Sobel improving his lap, and he now takes provisional pole. That's an amazing lap there, 23.63. And Anti improves to a 3rd place there with the 23.98, so 3 drivers with the sub 24 lap so far. And I believe that Marion Freeze may have improved her lap, not really sure. As we see here, Kubo in P7, Rams still keeping a P6 here. I think he improved his lap very recently. Now we are getting to that stage of qualifying, and they're not really improving their laps that much. There goes now, Buddha improves his lap, but still just enough for P14, so he's really down in the mud after taking the win in Malaysia, so he might have quite a lot of work to do in the race if things keep going like this. And he may want to recover those places. As you can see here, Rams in P6, still doing a good qualifying, but yeah, right now not really that much happening, so yeah, I made some changes with the ratings. I improved Sub a little bit, I think, and also Kubo, I improved him to a -4. So he's really been doing well, and recently he got P4 in the last race, which was a base track. So that already tells a lot that he managed to get a good result there, as you see here. Kado in P9, as you can see now. Andres up there in P16. Yeah, well, that's not really an app there, is it? But yeah, we see the LSAs. They should have been pitting already, you can see now Corvid is gonna do it. They might potentially still have 2 more laps, I'm not really sure, it's just 1 minute to go. So I think, considering the time that they lose by pitting, they might just have 1 more lap to actually set or to improve to the end. But yeah, but there goes Nandi. The painting gun, no, they, yeah, it's just it's gonna be 2 laps so Corvid for sure, but for the others, for those who just pitting now, it's just 1 lap, because this lap it's gonna be their out lap, so they're not going to improve anything, of course. But Corvid now he already done the out lap, so he's not trying to improve, so he has this lap and the next one to try and get a better lap here. As you can see, Nandi, the out lap not really gonna matter, but can Corvid improve? And he doesn't. He actually has a really good lap, so it would be hard for him to do so. As you can see here, no one is improving really. Yeah, it doesn't seem so. But yeah, I think someone really got close. I think Shironi, yeah, Shironi really got close there. But yeah, it's the final lap now for everyone. Can someone gonna improve his lap or keep the pole position? And he can't really improve there. Corvid doesn't either, and yeah, still doesn't Tanti. And Grady now puts himself in P5 with his sub 24 lap. Finally, he's doing that. And you can see now Juruni also improves a bit. Buda doesn't, and he's only P15 in this qualifying. That's really a major upset there. As you can see, and there he goes. Qualifying is over. And we got some really surprising results here. Really shocking results. Especially from Buda, really the major upset there, as I've said already. But yeah, now soon we're gonna do the race. But let's take a look at the qualifying results. Alright, so it's Sobol starting on pole position with a lap of 23.63, then Corby starts alongside, and second row it's all 8 HH drivers, it's Anti and Grady there. And then you got Tsunami starting from P5 with Martin Freeze in P6, really good qualifying result there. Then also Ram skipping a P7, really nice. And then Kubo starting from P8, just ahead of Rosim and ISO these words on his home Grand Prix, starting on the top 10. And then we got the RMC drivers, it's Cal and Juruni on round number 6, and round number 7 it's Uris, just ahead of Promushas, really interesting to see those two on the same row. And then his Puller entries also on the same row here in row number 8, P15, P16, really a major upset from Buda. So this Tony driver really is going to have a lot of work to do in this race, it looks like. And then let's see, starting from P17, and then we got Kraft starting at the back of the grid. Someone who think he's going to do well on the actual race. Maybe not here, but the actual race is actually looking fast. And so yeah, let's now go straight up to the race. And yeah, racing here in Alton Park, as you can see, Sobol has quite a good start here. As you see, Corvid only on hards cannot pass Sobol for the lead of the race. As we see now, the NTH is clubbing for position. It's Granny now up to 3rd place. As you see here, also Nandi and Kubo now in P4 and P6, P5. Actually, there he goes now. Wendy and Nadi go side by side. Now Kubo as well has a really good start here. He's already up to 3rd place. There he goes on the inside of Nadi, and he takes 3rd place actually now. As you can see, he's now going for 2nd, and he's going to pass both LSA drivers. Really an amazing start from Kubo, who's now up to 2nd place, and he's Corby leading the way on those hard tires. Really amazing start from the Australian driver. As we see here now, Sobo and Rosim now up to P4. Really amazing start from the German driver. As we see now a group of 6 drivers up there leading the way. As we see now, it's Kubo now up into the lead of the race. And now Nandi gonna try and pass Corvid for 2nd place, and there he goes up to 2nd. In the meantime, Buda hasn't really got a good start. He's only P14 still, so not really as amazing start for him. As we see here now, Sobol trying to pass Corvid, and there he goes up to 3rd place. And as in the meantime, we got Buda and Nandi now it's Kubo and Nadi going side by side, and Kubo takes the lead once again on the outside. But Nadi is on hard eye, so he's still doing a good job there. You see now Corvid with Rosim. Rosim takes the inside line on that airpin, and now it's Grady now takes the advantage there. Really amazing job there. See now Corvid really dropping the position after leading the way. But yeah, as you can see, it looks like there was a quite big crash. I saw it on the mini-map, and it was Buda and Juruni. So Buda not really having the best of days, and he might really be struggling today to have a good result, as he didn't seem to have taken the practice for this race. So yeah, he's really struggling a lot, as we see now Crossy making a move on the Nutty to the chicanes, as he got soft tires, so he wants to take the battle out of them. As now Sobo is going to take third place, and he takes his personal best of this race, 24.25. As Rosim has the fastest lap of the race with a 24.02. But currently is Kubo leading the way. Could this be his first win of his career? After being a complete marker when he started, he has improved, and he's now got into his way to the lead of a race. That's really amazing from Kubo. Quite an inspiring story. He's now leading by 1 second on Sobol. Was to say they have a much better result compared to the last race, where he was only P16. He was really made dirty on that race. And then we see Grady completing the podium positions, and now we see it's Rosie Mathnetti battling now for the P4. And it's Rosie who takes the better of the two of them. And now we're going to see him trying to pass Grady. As you can see right now, and yeah, looks like Rosie is going to stay behind so far. But now he might try to move on to the chicanes once again. And there he goes, really nice move there. As you can see, oh my god, they really messed it up a little bit, but they managed to keep it on the tracks, luckily. And in the meantime, we see now Sobol now checking the lead, and there he goes now to the outside of turn 1, and there he goes, Sobol takes the lead of the race right now. And he takes also the fastest lap of the race with the 23.98, so it's the first sub 24 lap in this race. With Kubo now taking second place, and then we see Grady in third with 90 on the hard tires in P4, and then you see Corvid here. And in the meantime, looks like Rosim is already pitted, as well as Marin Freeze and Buda now. Corvid is also pitting, and now Buda up to P10 is finally recovering those places. It really needs this, as yeah, really didn't have the good qualifying, not really a good start either. He also got that crash with Gironi, which didn't really help. But now he's up to P10 and seems to be finally recovering for that bad start. And yeah, now we see here Rosim passing Anti on the hard tires. Rosim looks like he has taken the softs once again. But yeah, this is still looking a little bit laggy. I've tried to record this video a lot of times. I really cannot count with my two hands how many times I have done it. It's really quite a lot of times. And it's because of this, because of lag, but I think this lag might just be the track in general being like this, really heavy. And yeah, hopefully next time I won't have any issues like this. But as you can see here, Granny and Stoll batting for P5, but Stoll has really old mediums, so soon he should be pitting, I'm pretty sure. It's lap 12 after all, as you see here, Corvin. Also, all the hard tires trying to battle Kubo, who has fresh hard tires. And yeah, then we see it's Nandi leading the way. But he still had to pit, of course, on lap 13. And then also Sobol in second place, being the one on the net lead, I would say. You see Kubo now getting passed by Grandy. There he goes, Grandy up to third. As now Corvid finally goes into the pits. And then he's still playing out, as he's now lapping drivers here. He's lapping Gletzy after the lap jurist, who has pitted already, but Gletzy didn't. And so yeah, you can see here Graf they're racing in P15. But yeah, looks like Andy, after 15 laps, he hasn't pitted yet. It's quite surprising. He's really extending the hell out of those hard tires. Might be an interesting strategy, although he's starting to lose some position as soon as he pits. Just now Sobol is just less than 4 seconds or around 4 seconds behind the timing sheets there. It keeps the deltas just keep on changing. So there he goes now. And then he finally pitting and he's gonna be in 3rd place, maybe before his Kubo with more speed can pass him, and there he goes, Kubo up to 3rd. But yeah, still not a bad position, I would say, considering how much he has extending those hard tires. So this might really show that it's possible to extend these tires for quite a long time, and not really a tire with a heavy track. As you can see here now, Kubo having to pass currently. Gotta put the names on, but I think it just creates more lag a bit for me. Maybe the difference ain't that big, so I guess I can keep this. There goes Kubo now lapping Kado. Kado not really having the best of days there. Only P-saved 17 so far. And yeah, in the meantime, we see here Grandy with Sobol now. Can Grandy do something here? As you can see, they have two lap drivers as well, but there goes Grandy up to the lead of the race on those hard tires against Sobol's mediums. So really good pace here from Grandy so far. Now he's gonna try to find a way around Jurani P14. But then in the meantime we see Corvid letting us tell these words here in P7. We see also Pamushis versus Kraft. Pamushis not having the best of qualifying, so he's really trying to improve on the race. As you can see here, Kraft still battling here for the top 12 finishes. That should be really nice for him. But there goes now Pamushis in P11 now. With Ram still doing an amazing race here after an amazing P5. Now still in the top 10 in this race. And now Pamushis might be looking to take that away from him. As you can see here. But in the meantime, looks like there's some heavy battling at the front. It's really heavy, as you can see now. Then he just takes the inside of Kubo. Now he's gonna try pass Grandy on chicanes. Can he do it there? He's gonna maybe looking around, but now there he goes, switching to the inside line to the final two corners. And then he goes now. Gennady takes 2nd place. It's a 1-2 for LSA. As you can see now, Gennady now Gordon looking to pass his own teammates. You can see now, there he goes, taking more speed now, going to the inside and to the airpin. Can Solva keep it on the outside and going now side by side into the chicanes, but there he goes, it's Gennady taking the lead of the race now. And now it's Grandy trying to take that lead back. As you can see now, Grandy takes the inside of Sobol, and now he's going to the move on Gennady, but doesn't work well. But now he's gonna try to take the inside into turn 1 and now outside of turn 2. And can he do it? And yes, he can. Grandy takes the lead of the race. And now Gennady might try to counter attack. You can see really getting just followed by two very angry LSA drivers. That's not ideal for him. As we see now, Sobol messing up the chicane. He's gonna lose some time with that mistake. But there he goes. It's Gennady 2nd, and now Rain is gonna get announced there. So Sobol really getting lucky as he's just going to the pits and he managed to just pit into the interzone time. So that's quite fortunate to him. As you can see now, in the meantime, the biggest loser is going to be Rosim, who has made the 3rd pit stop already. Oh, that's really unlucky, and I think Rist as well. He has made everyone who seems to have 3 pit stops is really the unlucky guys here. Mighty Fizz as well, she's not making the 3rd pit stop as well. Really unlucky there. Really unlucky there. In the meantime, Buddha is up to P8, so really amazing recovery from him so far. After the bad start that he got after the bad qualifying. But in the meantime, it's Grandy leading the way with Nunn in 2nd. And I'm having some lag and that always gets worse in the rain. You can see here right now, but there goes now. Gennady takes the lead into turn 1 and there goes Gennady leading the way in this race. There's now they have to lap Pamushis in P10. But then we see here Kubo having an amazing race here in P5. And then we see now Antti in P4 with... Now actually he's trying to battle Sobol there, really. Antti just appeared out of nowhere. But yeah, not really much happening. You can see now, oh, he's still now trying to pass smoother. There he goes up to P8. He's battling the championship leader. And he's still finishing the top 10 just like he did in the last race in Malaysia. So really good results still in this Sim series. In the meantime, can already see big gap developing here. 12 seconds already between P9 and P10. It's almost like there is the days of Class A and Class B are finally back again. But as you can see here, big battle here for now for the lead of the race is Grundy. He's right behind Nutty's ass there. But there goes Grundy, takes the lead of the race once again. Right before the penultimate corner, but there goes Grundy to the pits. As he got the wet tires. While everyone else on the heater is still staying out for one more lap at least. And yeah, you can see here Nutty leading the way. Maybe a good decision I would say, because they're not really gonna lose a lot of time now on this lap, and since the heaters got boosted, I think using them on a dry surface is not really the worst. But now here they go now into the pits. Then pitting for hard tires. Now let's see where will Grundy come out in this. It's gonna be really close. There goes this Grundy taking the lead back. But now Hernandez is gonna try to answer to that, as you see him. Now maybe you move on the outside, not gonna work there. Now into the chicanes, can he do it now on the right side? And now Grundy takes the lead of the race. Right before the chicane, and then he managed to keep it. Still a good line there, still trying to give space to Grundy, of course. But now he has the lead of the race. With Grundy in second place, then we got Antti in third. But then we got here Sobo and Kubo here, battling for the P4. But it's Sobo now up to P4 now. You see now, oh my god, Pemush is putting Sobo wide. Kubo was almost benefiting from that. I can see it's quite chaotic here, but there you go. They both managed to pass Pemush's. But the Swedish driver might still be a problem for these two drivers. So let's see what happens here. But yeah, you can see now Grundy second place with Nandi. Yeah, let's see what will Grundy do here. Maybe trying to pass Hernandez. There he goes down to the final corner. He tries to take the inside, and now he's going to take the inside of turn 1. And now Grundy takes the lead back once again. And he really needs it because he has mediums and Nani only has the hard tires, so he should really try and have better pace than him. Otherwise, he might really might be in trouble. But now Nani is going to take the lead back into that section of chicanes. But yeah, looking at the fastest lap, oh my god, that's really fast lap there from Antti. 33.55, that's quite an amazing lap there. As in the meantime, we got Kubo now passing Sobol, and there he goes into the outside of turn 2, he takes P4 now. But now things are really starting to come down, the gaps are really getting big here. But right now it's Nadi leading the way. The 22nd and Antti completing the podium, so we have an NTH double podium. The Constructors Championship leaders right now still continue to be quite strong, but LSA might really have a strong case today here as well. With P1 and now P5 with Kubo now trying to fight for that P4, but now Sobo's trying to counter-attack him to the chicane, but doesn't work well. In the meantime, we got Antti out of nowhere trying to take the lead of the race, as you can see here. And now there he goes, he's gonna take it. Right before the hairpin, he's now gonna keep it on the outside, but he keeps the lead of the race now. Will now Nadi try to counter-attack, as we see maybe Grundy trying to get closer to the top 2. But there he goes now, Nadi once again. And he takes the lead back. And it's Antti now in second place. With Grundy third, still that NTH double podium. Really amazing result, as now it's Grundy trying to pass Antti again. There you go, they're going side by side to each other now, coming to the chicanes. It might not be ideal, but I think they managed to keep it well. There he goes. Yeah, Grundy now keeping in second place there. Try to not lose too much time to Nadi, who's now leading the way. As you can see here, but now Grundy is really getting very close to Nadi, and he takes the lead of the race back. But now Gennady trying to counter-attack, they're still going side by side with each other, but now Grady keeps it well. It's been quite an amazing battle so far. As you can see here, Gennady, no, they're falling behind the RMC drivers, getting lap right now, but there he goes, Gennady takes the lead back, now going to the final corner. And it's been quite a battle there. Been a really big battle. In the meantime, I'm looking at Buddha and he's only P8 and I don't think he's going to prove much more than that. He's 9 seconds behind Rosim, so it's really looking hard for him to improve. Although I think he's got an extra pit stop, but Rosim got it as well. But Rosim actually he has old tires. So yeah, things not really looking well for this Tony driver this time. Because he got to win in Malaysia, but this time I don't think he's going to replicate that. It's really his lead of the championship at question right now. I'm pretty sure Gennady is going to take it with his second place. Actually, lead of the race, to be honest. Because I think he's actually lapping him. Yeah, there it is. It's Gennady and Buddha were batting for the win last time, but now he's Gennady lapping Buddha. That's quite interesting as we see now Antti trying to use his opportunity to take the lead of the race. And there goes Antti, but Gennady is now going to counter-attack, and now Gennady takes the lead back once again. As he's trying to lap Buddha, and he can certainly do it now. Oh, but now he's losing some speed. Looks like Buddha might try and use this to unlap himself. And then you see now Antti in second. Then we got Kubo going to the pits. Now down into P6 now. Behind Sobel and Corvid, who still yet to pit, of course. Corvid now catching up to this top 5, that's quite interesting now. Because yeah, they have quite similar tires, so they should be pitting at around the same time. And now the ATS will double stack there. With Antti being the one leading the way on the Nordic team. Yeah, then we got Grady further now. Corvid with very old tires, maybe trying to pass Grady. We should cost a lot of time to the Fiend there, so that's not ideal for him. So let's see now Corvid going for the outside. Oh, he's going to pass him actually. And he's up to 3rd place, but now Grady is going to counter attack and Corvid is going to the pits either way. Soba also pitting. As we see here, Kubo now lapping Andries with an amazing P4 there. And I think the other RC driver was Kado, because he's been battling Andries for quite a while, it seems. As in the meantime, because he looks like Rosim has pitted, but he still keep his position, so yeah, Buddha really not looking that well in this race, is he? Like, only P8 and not looking to improve for much more than that. Although he's really been showing the pace since the years past Stoll. He's now already 10 seconds, 11 seconds actually ahead of him. So some really impressive pace from Buddha. Though I think Stoll has pitted, so that kind of explains it, but still, Buddha really caught a gap on him. As in the meantime, looks like he's getting lapped by Gennady, and looks like Gennady hasn't really managed to get rid of Buddha. So that's quite interesting here, but yeah, it's Antti leading the way. But now Gennady on fresh soft is gonna take the lead back. This race is already almost over. We are already on lap 46 out of 53. And yeah, you got rain once, and since then rain didn't come back, which is quite weird. We should have the old British weather, but yeah, that's not happening here today. Yeah, we see here Grendy in 3rd place, and not much happening. There's some battles more at the back here. We got Kraft versus Kado here. And I think they have to let someone pass. I believe it's Kubo. Yeah, it's Kubo that they have to let pass there, so they're all using the same line. But yeah, I think this is the only battle here, because at the front everyone is separated by at least 2 seconds. Randy's really got away with this one actually, on the soft tires, and now Zanti is now getting lapped by Buddha. Buddha is really trying to have a good pace, but it's hard when he has to let people pass. But now Buddha is really having the pace right now, but but it might be a little bit too late, I would say. He's only P8 once again, as I've been saying, he's really not having the best of races. Because in the meantime, we got Bumushes now getting a move on Mary Freeze, and there he goes. Up into the top 10 goes Bumushes. Just following his teammate. I stole this one in P9. You see now it's Corvid. Also getting very close to Kubo, and there he goes. He has better tires. Can he make the overtake now? This is for a P4 finish. You can see just following him right behind. So in the meantime, just really lost the ground there to the top 5, but there goes Corvid just passing him for a brief short time, but now Kubo is gonna take P4 once again. But yeah, Nani really showing quite good pace here. We are just 3 laps to go to the end of the race. Anti second, and Granny still an amazing 4th place. The NTH are really on fire in these sim races. As we see here, Kubo and Corvid very close to each other. Can Corvid now take the sideline in? Yes, he can. He's now up to P4. For those hard tires, he has better tires than Kubo, so he should be able to keep the position to the end of the race. Unless Kubo gets more speed, but yeah, with 2 laps to go, we got Nutty leading the way, and I think he's gonna be leading the championship with this win. If he actually gets the win, as yeah, Andy is like 4 seconds behind, so then he's really got the hell out of him to take the win here, which should be really amazing. As he got to 2nd place, he was closing in until the end, but he didn't manage to catch up to Buddha. But now nothing can take it away from him, as he is just about to complete the final lap here. And now, there he goes, Nandi. He's gonna take the win here in Alton Park on the British Grand Prix. So he's gonna take the lead of the championship, as well as Antti takes 2nd place, and Granny completes the podium. It's a double podium for NTH. Really amazing results for the Nordic team. There's now Corvid is gonna get an amazing P4 and an amazing P5 for Kubo as well there. As Sobol has a much better result compared to the last race, finishing P6. And then it's Rosie with a solid P7 there. And Buddha, who has quite a lot of struggles, managed only a P8, and there he goes. The race is just ended right now. And these are the race results. So looking at the results here, Snuddy takes the win here on the 2nd round, with Antti getting the fastest lap and the 2nd place. Then Randy's gonna complete the podium, then completing the top 5 is Corvid and Kubo. And then you got Sobol having a much better result compared to last time. Now with the P6 and a solid result from Rosie with the P7, and then Buddha in P8 after a really tough qualifying and start as well. And then I stole these words getting once again in the top 10 and all on this Summer Grand Prix, which should be special for him, as Bemush is gonna complete that top 10 right behind him. So solid results for the BAR drivers. In the meantime, we got Manny Freeze in P11 just ahead of Kraft with a good result there. Then Grams falling to P13, and then you got the Rapid Motorsport drivers. Once again, not a good result there. Only P14 and P15 from Kyle and Gironi. And then Uri is gonna getting a P16, quite disappearing from this race. And then you got Andres and Coetzee in P17 and P18. Alright, so later on I should post the standings of after this 2nd round, and I hope you guys like it, and see you next time.